Welcome, everybody. Awaken creativity. Folks in the entertainment industry, all of us creatives, that's what we're talking about, awakening our creativity in our work, in our workplace, in our creative spirit. That's what we're all about today. Hey, Richard, it's Dean.
Good morning. Good morning. I got creative this morning. I got up at 6 o'clock instead of sleeping in this morning.
Good.
That was very creative for me.
I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're here and being a creative artist. You're a creative artist. This is for, creative artists of all type, people who create in the entertainment industry. And whether you're a seasoned professional or just simply someone who is intrigued by that potent synergy and love and light in creativity and spirituality, today's talk is for you. We're talking about that awakening quality, that creative quality in us. As you know, if you're new to New Thought Tuesdays, Rich and I are focused on New Thought ancient wisdom teachings. And so we bring spirituality in with creativity. And today, no more or no less than any other New Thought Tuesday, we are here to explore the inherent connection between creativity and spirituality and how you can uplift yourself, uplift those around you by using your sense of spirituality in your creativity.
Yeah,
that's what we're about.
Yeah, so some of the topics we're going to talk about today is we're going to explore the connection between creativity and spirituality. Also explain, how spirituality can enhance and deepen your creative expression.
Yep.
And a bunch of other things. We're going to, highlight the importance of maintaining a spiritual perspective amidst all of the challenges that we face in this industry, and there are many of them.
Challenges? What are you talking about? In the entertainment industry? No. It's easy. It's effortless.
So, Dean.
Yes, sir.
So, let's talk about exploring the connection between creativity and spirituality.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody who is sitting here and listening to this, you have some kind of creative desire, some kind of creative urge, wherever it's placed in our tribe of entertainment professionals. You have a desire to do something. And this desire, Rich and I connected up with that sense of all creativity. Life itself, the experience of life is a creative experience. And we find a sense of spirituality, this sense of, okay, yes, here's the life around us that we recognize, but there's something incredibly amazing going on that's allowing this to be created. It's the same thing on the same film set. It's the same thing on the recording studio or on stage. Yeah. There is divine desire that each one of the participants have to bring a sense of creativity. Now, the thing that we're talking about is to mindfully bring your awareness of your spiritual wonderment in with your creativity. To mindfully do this. There are plenty of people who are creating all kinds of things. And I would equate it to, I was thinking this, it's kind of like if you go underwater and you hold your breath. Well, you can swim and you can do all kinds of stuff, but you can't breathe. And when you're expressing your creativity with a sense of spirituality, it's actually infused with breath. And that's where that creativity starts to spark. It's just profound. It's a profound connection between the creativity and the spirituality that it enriches your work life. It enriches your family life. It infuses your creativity with authenticity and love, and it just buoys up your sense of creativity.
Yeah. Yeah, but you were talking just a minute ago about your creativity and how it's, to me, it's the divine expressing through you. That urge to create is just the infinite filmmaker, I call it, the creator of all it is, wanting to create in and as and through you, because everything in our life, let's face it, is created through us, that we're creating the movies of our life. And so what is that urge, that muse? What is muse? What's the definition of muse?
what is the definition of muse? Defining muse? Well, that, I mean, just off the top of my head, it's something that inspires. I'm looking,
Yeah.
okay, quickly. It comes from Greek, and it's each, muse was one of the goddesses. Thank you.
There you go.
A goddess that personified the force and source of inspiration in a creative artist. I knew that. One of the nine goddesses.
Yeah, and to me, that's what the muse is. It's the divine God, goddess, wanting to channel through you, wanting to create in and as and through you. And so with that in mind, when we continue on in this conversation, I'm going to keep bringing up this idea that it is not you creating, but it's something within you creating through you.
Well, it is that which created you, that which expresses you, that which you express, that which you create, that which you express. It's all that creative flow. It's all the same energy. So that which created us, that we are expressing as, we are then having our own microcosm of creativity, of life. Creativity is life.
Yeah. And
I don't care if you're a PA at 5 a.m, putting up C-stands. That's a portion of, that's a part of the creativity on the film set.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now.
So how can creativity enhance and deepens one creative, spirituality enhance and deepen one's creative expression? It acts as a catalyst, for this expression, to a deeper understanding and insight and inspiration. Once you understand that your desire to create is just, for me, the infinite filmmaker wanting to create in and as and through you. And this deepening knowledge allows you to tap into this universal consciousness.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that it's that inner awareness, that inner mindfulness. Spirituality expresses and it enhances and deepens our creative expression. I think it really goes to a sense, for me as a creative, to a place of calm. Now, I get that when we do our jobs, sometimes there's not an apparent sense of calm around us, but having a sense of awareness of who you are, where you come from, and what your creative spark is, gives you a balance, a creative balance. So that bringing the spirituality into the creativity brings a foundation and a balance and a perspective. So there's this groundedness, and there's also this perspective, this lightenedness. That's how bringing spirituality, your concept of a higher power, whatever that may be, your awareness of how that higher power expresses as you in your human experience, and how you can take attributes of that higher power and use them in your relationships, on the set, on the stage, in the recording studio, in your home, driving your kids to soccer practice. You can take these God qualities and creatively use them throughout your day.
Yeah. Yeah. I got some stories to tell.
Oh, God.
Okay. And it all relates to this. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? I'm going to tell the stories anyways.
Right.
So, my whole idea is that, there's a lot of, let's say, challenges in the entertainment business, like we were talking about earlier. And we had some experiences, my wife and I, where she saw this article in one of the magazines, and she's always wanted to get an article about herself, being a teacher, teaching young kids about art and also about life. She teaches art and life, and she's really good at it and stuff. So she wanted to create an article, and she's going, I want an article like this written about me. So I said, well, let's go on AI and see if AI can write an article, and it did. And, we're going through it, and we're like, this just doesn't seem right. And then she had an art class on Saturday with some adults, and 2 people showed up. And one of them was a teacher at UCLA, and she taught journalism.
Okay.
And she said, I'll help you with the press release. I've written tons of press releases. And so what is that you sit in these challenges, but to me, there doesn't have to be challenges. There's challenges if you believe that you are separate from the infinite creator, the creator of all that is, correct? That's watching your back, it's taking care of you, it's aligning everything for your highest good. And so here we are, trying to write a press release, and all of it, and the universe, God, divine presence, was supporting us, aligning this woman. I mean, what are the chances of this woman show up in her art class, like right after we're talking about writing a press release?
Well, the chances are 100% when you're working in the way that you guys work, when you are working in the way of allowing, she didn't say, I want a teacher from UCLA to show up in my art class to help me with the press release. We're expressing a non-specific feeling and a desire. And that continually unfolds in your relationship. And the other thing that I want to point out here, Rich, is, by observing something, whole Einsteinian idea of the actual observing of something brings it to existence. You are a demonstration observer of your wife. You are constantly seeing how she's demonstrating and just celebrating it. So you're taking that creative energy that she's bringing in with this kind of demonstration, but you're also adding your creativity into her demonstration, and you're observing, and more demonstrations keep coming up. That's how these challenges can be alleviated.
Yes.
With a sense of belief that these demonstrations are always unfolding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Faith.
It's according to whatever you're thinking about, what you think about, you bring about. And if you're thinking like, I can't write a press release, how am I going to get a press release? You know what I'm saying? And then you would never get the press release. But when you start focusing and going, I want a press release, and I'm going to take action towards it, and I'm going to use AI or whatever it takes. And then all of a sudden, the universe gives you something better, a request, a prayer. When you put something out to the universe, that's a prayer request. When you're saying, I would like to do this, I would like to do that, that's a prayer request. And all prayers are answered, And so when you start to take action towards your dream, believing that these challenges that are coming up aren't really challenges, because there's no challenges for the infinite creator of all that is. It doesn't have any challenges. It just creates. The lilies of the valley, they just grow. The birds just eat, and, the animals are taken care of, people are taken care of. And so all of my needs are met.
It's constantly unfolding.
I got another story.
Okay.
So I was talking a while back about how I wanted to get more creative and do creative things. Well, and to make more money, get more gigs. And I ended up getting a gig. It was just like a birthday party at a woman's house. But then as I'm shooting it, some guy was there, he says, I'm having an event at my house. Can you come shoot it? I said, sure. So I went to shoot it, and it was this guy, John Bayland, famous guy. He worked with Linda Ronstadt, Garth Brooks, Dolly Parton, Chris Christopherson, Linda Ronstadt. I mean, this guy's really popular. He's a songwriter and musician. And while I was there, I talked with his friend who had him, perform there at this party, was performing. And she's open to having him and her do an interview for my documentary.
Oh, great.
Spiritual Awakening in Hollywood. I changed the name instead of Spiritual Awakening in LA, Spiritual Awakening in Hollywood. And these people are very spiritual. So I thought, this is a great stuff. This is the universe saying, this is what you want, then I'm going to give it to you in ways that you can't even imagine. Who would have thought that I met somebody who would be one of my first big interviews and have it happen?
Yep.
So what does that say about challenges?
Well, I think for you, what you're doing is, because you recognize that you're experiencing challenges here and there, but you also are embracing spirituality. You are doggedly embracing. You talk about being a guy who's kind of like a dog with a bone. You're that way with spirituality, with faith, focusing on faith every day. And you're infusing your work with purpose and with meaning. And then these gifts keep coming up and you just kind of go, oh, look, another gift. Oh, look, another gift. And you're experiencing them and you're expressing them and you're accepting them with joy and with glee. And that is the kind of embracing this of your creativity that brings these demonstrations. And for those of you who don't know, we're talking about demonstrations, basically answered prayer, answered desire, things that you passionately would like to experience in your life. And the universe comes in a new creative force.
Yeah.
Adds to it. It's a new creative force that adds to your human experience as your human experiences.
Yeah. So where do we go from here? The inner circle?
We are almost up on time. For those of you who are new to us, go to newthoughttuesdays.com and you can click on newthoughttuesdays.com and you will be reminded when you click on the I want to be reminded, you'll get sent 2 gentle, simple emails a week to let you know and give you the link to come and be part of this wonderful inner circle that we're about to do. We turn off all of the social media stuff and we go into a private conversation today about this awakening creativity in the entertainment industry in Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to be doing.
We're going to share techniques and practices for, creatives to explore that inner world, that spiritual world within them. We're going to provide insights on how spirituality can help you creatives in creating in your voice, expressing your voice, and a bunch of other things too.
We're going to start off with the idea of meditation, but we've got a lot to say about the belief in your creative power. Anyway, so let's go into the inner circle. Mr. Smith, thank you for joining us on social media, and we look forward to seeing you at our next New Thought Tuesdays Inner Circle.
Thank you, and we'll see you there.